Hi friends, welcome back to our summer review. We should be on day, let me think, so we had 5, 6, 7, we should be on day 8. And you should be looking at your language arts morning review packet. You'll want to make sure you're on 15 and 16. It also says week 3 at the top. Don't worry about that, but just look for it for your reference. And let's get started. Okay, so make sure your name's on the top. And the first one says, read the sentence and underline the nouns. So it says, will James mail the painting to Japan by next Friday? So James is actually a proper noun. Mail, this is actually, in this context, it's like a verb. He's actually doing something. The painting is going to be a noun. Japan is a proper noun, just like James. See how it's capital? It gives you a clue. By next Friday. Friday is a day of the week, and it's a proper noun, right? So this mail, if I were to say I got mail in the mail, but this mail, it says, will James mail? That's an action. He's actually doing that, which would be a verb here. Okay, it says, write a proper noun from the sentence. Well, you have a lot of proper nouns. So, you could pick any one you want. So I'm going to do Japan. And that is a place. If you picked James, James is not a place. He's going to be a person, right? Friday is going to be a thing. It's a day of the week. Okay, so let's look at this one. A painting, if you pick that, that's also a thing. All right, it says write a 2-syllable word from the sentence. So a syllable word would be like, my name is Courtney. Okay, so you have to clap it out. So James is 1. Japan, that's 2. Painting, Friday. So you can pick any of those as long as it's a 2-syllable word. So I'm going to pick Friday. This one says, add ing to the word. Don't double the consonant. So it's just mailing. And why am I not making it a double L? Well, it has this long A going on before that consonant, okay? The next one says, write 2 words from the sentence that have the long A sound. So James, painting, Japan, that's not going to be Friday. So I could do painting, and I could do Friday. Notice how the AY is at the end there, and the AI is in the middle. Okay, let's take a peek at the bottom. It says, use a word in the box to complete each sentence. So we have the word bring, never, across, and city. So I have blank been late to school. I have never been late to school. Lucky if that ever happens. Life gets in the way many, many mornings. I know that we've been late before too. He lives blank the street. He lives across. Notice how I crossed them out. That's a strategy that I like to do. This is really important when we're taking a test. Also to eliminate the answers we've already used, because that will sometimes help us figure out what would go at the end, okay? This blank has many parks. So I have bring or city. This city has many parks. So that tells me the last one left has to be bring, but let's see if it fits in the sentence. Remember to bring a backpack. Okay. Jace and I drink Sprite. What do you notice about the sentence? We have a capital letter. We have another capital letter. Drink Sprite. We have a long I there. We have a period at the end. I want to show something to you guys. Jace and I drink Sprite. This is important about how the structure of the sentence is formed. So, for example, you wouldn't say Jace and me drink Sprite. Or me and Jace drink Sprite. And the reason is if I took Jace away, we wouldn't say me drink Sprite, right? We would say I drink Sprite. So I want you guys to really think about that as we start to continue to write stories in our writer's notebooks. I want you to be thinking about when you put two people together. I want you to think about it when you talk to me in the classroom also. You wouldn't say, Jace, you wouldn't say, not Jace, we don't have a Jace. You wouldn't say, Ryder and me want to go to the bathroom. Because if you took out Ryder and you said me, you wouldn't say me want to go to the bathroom. You would say I want to go to the bathroom. So I want you to be thinking about how you pair yourself up with someone else when you're speaking and writing about a situation. So this is just one example. Jace and I drink Sprite. Okay, so I noticed that it's not me, it's Jace and I. Make sense? Okay, let's move on. We'll do some more practicing with that. All right, one of my favorite parts, see if you can use some of this vocabulary in your day-to-day with your parents. See if you can impress them with your new vocabulary. So it says, read each sentence, use the prefix in to make a new word. Example, I want to paint a picture. There's a line on my phone. Paint a picture, but I was not acceptable. I wanted to paint a picture, but I was, not acceptable, not capable. Excuse me. Notice how I made the correction there? It didn't make sense in my brain. I wanted to paint a picture, but I was incapable. So I was not capable. 6 answers on your test were not correct. 6 answers on your test were incorrect. So instead of saying to your parents, that's not correct, say, that's incorrect, Mom and Dad. See what they think. I can touch my toes, but Dad is not flexible. Inflexible. Is it inflexible or unflexible? I can touch my toes, but Dad is inflexible. Inflexible, meaning he's not flexible. Okay? All right, take a peek at this for today. Make sure you pause it. Check yours with mine if you didn't follow along. And get ready for math. And your math should look like this. It should also have a 15 and a 16 on the paper. Let's see here. 15 and 16 on the paper. Here we go. Make sure your name's at the top. And it says circle the numbers with a 2 in the ones place. Okay, remember the ones place, I'm going to show you in this example right here with 32. This is the ones place. So if you are circling this 2 is in the tens place. That would not be it. So here's a 2 in the ones place. 2 in the ones. Nope. Yep. Nope and nope. That was pretty easy peasy. All right, Kyrie had 8 stickers. So here's her 8 stickers. She got more from her teacher, but it looks like we don't know how many. Now she has 12 stickers. How many stickers did her teacher give her? So let's see. Well, we're trying to figure out what goes in the box here. I'm going to tell you what. If you have a minus sign here, the biggest number needs to go first. Okay, that's just a number 1 clue to look for. So 12 stickers are going to go first. We're going to take away the 8 that she had originally to figure out how many her teacher gave her. So 12 minus 8. I'm going to solve it this way by going backwards with my brain. So I go 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So her teacher gave her how many more? 4 more stickers. You could do 12 and do 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, but that takes a little bit longer. I'm using the opposite way and working my way backwards. Okay, so solve the problem and explain your thinking. Max puts 12 stickers on 3 pieces of paper. each paper has the same number of stickers. How many stickers are on each paper? Okay, this is how I'm gonna solve the problem. Naturally, my brain wants to draw. So here's a piece of paper. How many pieces of paper? There are 3. But he only has 12 total stickers. So I'm gonna divide the stickers by the paper. So watch, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So how many, each paper has how many stickers? How many stickers are on each paper? There's 4 stickers on each paper. See how there's 4 here and 4 here and 4 here? Okay, so really this is 12 divided by 3 equals 4. Oops, sorry you guys can't see that. Okay, let's take a look at the perimeter. Remember, the perimeter is the outside of the shape. We have a pentagon here. There's 5 sides, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And each side has 3. 1, 2, 3, so there's 3 here, 3 here, 3 here, 3 here, and 3 here. So we have 3 times 5, or we can say 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3. Okay? 3, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 tiles. 3 times 5 is 15, or we can say 5 times 3 is 15. All right? Good job. Let's take a look at the bottom. We are looking again at fractions, and it says shade 1/4 of each square. So I'm going to shade, look, notice they're equal parts to the whole. So I'm going to color 1/4. Now, look at square B. It's only split into 2 parts. Do you guys see this? How can I make that have 1/4 of a part? I could draw an imaginary line right in the middle, boop, 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 just like this one, right? And I'm going to shade 1/4 of it, so it's like half of a half. So 1/4 is 1 out of 4 equal parts, right? I know I shaded 1/4 because there's 1 out of 4 parts. Square B, I know I shaded 1/4 because it's still 1/4 out of the whole parts. How is shading 1/4 of square B different than shading 1/4 of square A? Well, I had to divide, or we can, a fancy word would be partition. I had to divide half of one of the halves. See, I had to like divide these up, right? The half into halves. Remember, think about it like $1. There's 4 quarters in $1. Even if this whole dollar is split into 2 50-cent pieces, if I break apart a 50-cent piece, I get 1/4. Okay? There are blank halves in a whole. There are 2 halves in a whole. There are blank quarters in a whole. There are 4 quarters. 1, 2, 3, 4 in a whole. This morning review is trying to be tricky. They're trying to teach us something new, which we're going to get into equivalent fractions in 3rd grade, okay? All right, so let's take a peek over here and look at this last one with some lemons. It says draw the missing picture, then write the answer. So I have 2 lemons. It looks like there's 6 2s. So here's a 2, and here's a 2, and here's a 2. And I'm going to use little circles for my lemons. So 6 2s are 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. 6 times 2 is 12. Or 2 times 6 is 12. It's the same thing, even if we flip-flop it around. Last one. Delise has 14 toy cars. He Delise has 14 toy cars. He has 2 more cars than his brother. How many cars do they have all together? Okay, so Delise has 14 toy cars. I'm going to put a B for his brother, and we need to figure out his brother. We don't know how many his brother has, but we know that Delise has 2 more. So 14 minus 2 is going to tell us how many his brother has. So 14 minus 2 is 12. That's only one part of it. Now we have to figure out how many they have in all or all together. So 14 plus 12. Let me set it up over here. 4 plus 2 is 6. 1 plus 1 is 2. So all together they have 26 cars in all. I love that question. It's a 2-part question. We have to get our brains used to answering questions that have multiple parts, okay? Or sometimes the questions we may have don't always start at the beginning. They might start at the middle or even in the end and ask us to work backwards. So this is really helping our brain get stronger for 3rd grade. Love that question. All right, guys, go ahead and check your work with mine. And then when you are done, we're going to move over to our Everyday Math Review and Pre-Teach packet for 3rd grade. And today we have, it looks like 2 pages. Okay, so go ahead and stop the video and you'll move over to your Everyday Math Review packet. Good job.